Going God Gamer here. Today we are looking at the Hollow Knight Architect mod. So this is a really amazing mod. Let me just quiet those grubs for a second. This is a really amazing mod that's a lot like the Decoration Master mod, if you know what that is. It basically allows people to customize Hollow Knight levels. If you remember things like impossible any percent, impossible birthplace, stuff like that, those are all custom levels that people make by kind of like adding different obstacles and stuff into Hollow Knight. This is an update to that old mod, and it has so much more capabilities. It has so many more objects and stuff that you can use, and it's so much more customizable. So I'm going to be starting this video off by, or this stream off rather, by kind of giving a tutorial on how to use this mod. It's actually pretty easy, but it can be very overwhelming to start with. And you can do fun things like making grub jars that you can't even break. Look at this. It's amazing. So, you can download this mod. It's publicly available to everyone. You download it using the Lumafly mod installer. I have a video on how to install Hollow Knight mods. It's a little bit outdated. We use the Lumafly mod installer nowadays, but it's very easy to use if you have a installation on PC. And you're looking for the Architect mod. So once you get that installed, you want to open the game, and you can go into Options, Mods, Architect. And this is where all of the keybinds are, as well as allowing editing. Don't worry about these options down here for now, just leave them all true. So we want to allow editing and then toggle the editor on. So let's go out here and hit E. Okay, and we can see we're in editing mode. So now if we hit escape to pause the game, we have new UI elements for Architect. We have categories on the left. We have objects on the right, on this bottom right part. We have the tools down here. And we have some configuration options in the bottom left. So let's start off with something really simple like what we've just done. We can look at interactable stuff. Or let's actually just go to Dirtmouth. I'm just going to use bench warp to warp to Dirtmouth. And we'll just spawn an enemy. So we pause the game. We click on a Gruzzer. And then we unpause the game. And we can just place a Gruzzer. And now if we hit E to exit the editor, a Gruzzer will appear. And it flies off into the distance. Now, I don't want to be around Zote's babbling, so let's move to the left a little bit. Now, the state that the Gruzzer is in will be reset once we go back into the editor mode, and we can switch tools to the eraser tool down here if we just want to unpause and click to get rid of it. Then we'll switch back to the cursor tool. Now, something I was confused about the first time I tried this mod is how do I look at different objects? So we can see we can go into different categories of objects, such as decorations, enemies, interactable, solids, hazards, just by clicking on them. But how do you actually see other objects? Because you can only see 9. You hit left or right on the D-pad or left or right arrow key, and you can scroll to different objects. So you can see there's all kinds of different enemies. I don't think there's every enemy in the game quite yet available, but there's quite the list. It is a lot of work to kind of make enemies function in different levels than what they're found in the base game. So the mod creator, Comet Cake 575, has been doing like really amazing work to make all these enemies actually function outside of the rooms that they're found in. So yeah, you can scroll these pages. You can also search. So if I want to search for a boulder, and just put your mouse cursor over top of the box. You don't have to actually click on the box. You just put your mouse cursor over top of it and then type. and we can find a boulder. And if we want to spawn a boulder, we click the boulder and then we exit out, click, and there's a boulder. Perfect. But the mod actually, so this is like the simple stuff with the mod, but the mod actually gets quite a bit more advanced, as I will show you shortly. So, what should we do next? Okay, so let's talk about favorites and prefabs. Okay, so let's say any kind of like Hollow Knight customization that you're going to be doing is probably going to be using a certain theme. So you're going to be using like specific enemies or certain types of hazards and stuff like that. So if you are going to be using a lot of Gruzzers, you might want to favorite the Gruzzer. And you just click the star next to the Gruzzer, and then when you click on favorites up here, the Gruzzer is going to be here. Okay? So it's just making for easier access. What is prefabs? Prefabs is, let me first show you configuration options. Okay, so when I click on an object in the bottom right, before I place it, I can configure different options for that enemy. So let's say I want a Gruzzer that has 9,999 HP. I type that in, and then I hit apply. And then when I place the Gruzzer, it will have that much HP, okay? Make sure you set the configurations before placing the enemies. All right, now if I fight the Gruzzer, it is going to be invincible, as you can see. All right, Gruzzer God, indeed. Now, the difference between favorites and prefabs is that prefabs, let me just get rid of this. Prefabs are a form of favorites that also includes the configuration values. So if I have this Gruzzer that's set to 9,999 HP, or let's just set it to 1 HP for quick demonstration purposes, and let's make it drop 25 large Georocks, and we're going to, we've set those settings by clicking apply, and we go out and we hit the create prefab key, which is enter. That's going to create a prefab with those settings. So when I click on this, I just get a basic ass Gruzzer. When I click on the prefab Gruzzer, it's going to be 1 health and drop 25 Geo. So let me show you that. You can see the one on the left drops nothing. The one on the right is the prefab, which drops 25 large Georocks. Okay, so the prefabs save the configuration settings basically, and you're gonna, if you're playing this, if you're using this mod, then you're gonna be using prefabs quite a lot. All right. Now the other thing, let's just look at these tools real quick. There's the drag tool, which allows you to move enemies around. There's also the thermometer tool, or thermometer? Pick tool, which allows you to take an object that's placed, including all of the options applied, all of the configurations applied to that object, and then place it somewhere else. So these are the basic Gruzzers, and these are the Gruzzers that drop tons of Geo. You can see all of the prefab configurations are all included when you pick them. So that's pretty much all the basic stuff already. Although I should also note that there's other hotkeys that you might want to get acquainted with, such as flipping, rotating, increasing and decreasing scale. Let's actually explain lock axis as well. Let me show you that. So let's get some spikes. This was something with Decoration Master that really bugged me, was that there's no way to like make spikes equal. So you'd always have spikes, but you can see they're like different heights. So let's say I have a spike and I want to place another spike directly beside it. In order to do that, you can just hold right shift and it locks to the axis. So it's the exact same height perfectly. So the hotkey for this is right shift. You just place one object and then you can hold right shift and it will place others on the exact same height. Okay. Perfect. Now, next thing I want to explain is events and listeners. All right. And this is where the crazy customizability kind of starts, because the mod is very powerful in what you're allowed to do with it. So let me show you. We're gonna make a custom arena. Okay. We're gonna start with in the custom category, and we're gonna set a trigger zone. So a trigger zone is something that triggers based off certain things that happen. So we can set in the configurations for the trigger zone detect mode. So it can detect when a player enters the trigger zone, when a nail swing occurs in the trigger zone, when an enemy enters the trigger zone, or when a Zothead enters the trigger zone. So when those are detected within the trigger zone, we can make other things happen, which is super cool. So I'm going to set it to player. Then I'm going to set this to active, just because active is a configuration property that applies to basically anything in the game. Active just means that it exists, basically. So you can have something that's inactive and then trigger it to exist, to be active. Okay, so this starts active, so you don't have to make it active by doing anything else. So this is going to be the trigger zone. Okay, now here's where we're going to be getting into events. Okay, events are a little bit more complicated, but hopefully I can explain this well enough. Now you are going to need the documentation because events have specific names. Events just allow other things to occur. So an event gets broadcasted by one thing, such as by me entering the trigger zone, and then other objects in the game will listen for that event and cause certain actions to happen. For example, I enter the trigger zone and it broadcasts an event. That event is closing gates around me. The gates have listeners which listen for that event. Okay, does that make sense? Now, that's all an arena is, basically. There's like a couple more things to it, but that's basically all it is. So, all of these objects have different event types. So for trigger zone objects, there's an event called zone enter. And keep in mind, this is case sensitive, I believe. So when the zone enter event of the trigger zone triggers, which is by a player, in this case, entering the zone, we are going to send the arena start event. Then we click plus to apply it. The other thing is when the zone is entered, we also want to disable the trigger zone so it doesn't do it multiple times. So these are going to be two events that we're using. I actually could just use the arena start trigger to listen. So let me just, I want to set a listener to this trigger event as well so that it doesn't trigger multiple times. So we go down to listeners at the bottom right, and we listen for the arena start event. Arena start, and when that happens, we disable. we disable the zone trigger so that it doesn't enable multiple times. Now that we have all of this set up, we can finally place it. Oh, whoops. I think I must have clicked this again by accident. Let me double check that I have all this set up. Yes. Oh, this needs to be set to true. And here we go. So this is the trigger zone. So once we get to setting up the rest of the arena, the idea is once we enter this trigger zone, the arena starts, okay? Now, what else do we need for an arena? We need gates. So for arenas, we want the battle gate. And basically, you'll have to read through the documentation a little bit in order to figure out which objects to use for which things. But battle gate is what we want to use for battles. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the gate opened, because the gates are going to come closed around us once the arena starts, right? We're going to set this to active, of course, because it should be active. The gate doesn't broadcast any event. It just listens for this trigger event, which is called arena start. And when arena start triggers, we close the gates. Now, triggers are all lowercase, and events are not, which confused me a little bit at the start, but yeah. We're also going to listen for an event we haven't made yet called arena end, okay? And we're going to trigger open when that event triggers 4 times, because we're going to have 4 enemies, and that's going to be when I'm kind of doing this in a weird order that might be a bit confusing, so my apologies. But I think you'll get it in a second. So we're gonna take these gates that we've put the listeners upon, and we're gonna place them over here, and then we're going to place one. I actually got one because I already practiced this before starting the stream. Where is it? It's very hard to see. Up there. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so now let's just test this out real quick. Once we enter this trigger zone, the gates should close. Yeah, the gates close, but they don't open yet, of course. So what we want to do is we want to create a condition for the gates to open. Now, we already have the arena end listener set up, so we need to cause the arena end event to happen because the gate is listening for it. So let's just create some enemies. The enemies will spawn. What enemies should we use? What's fun? What enemies should we use? What about some Umas? That sounds fun. Let's create some Umas. We will favorite this because Umas are my favorite. And we will set them to inactive. So they don't appear until I hit the trigger zone. So it's like an ambush kind of. And let's set a listener to them called the listener. The event they're listening for is arena start. And when arena start happens, they will enable. The event they're going to send is called arena end. And the event type for when you kill an enemy, you can send an event, is called on death. Okay? So on death, we arena end, and when arena end is sent 4 times, the gates open. Let's make these a little bit smaller so they fit. I just used my minus key for that. And I think this should be good. So I'm just gonna fly up into Dirtmouth, and we're gonna fall into the well to see if this works. Sorry I'm not interacting with chat much. I'm just getting through this tutorial, and then we will mess around. Okay, now one of the Umas spawned in the ceiling, which is we could fix that pretty easily, but yeah. So it basically works when you fall down into here, the gates close, and the Umas spawn. Now when we kill the Umas, the gates open up, and we have created an arena. Now there's all kinds of events and listeners, so you can actually do a lot of really cool stuff with this. I actually saw the mod developer made like an Undertale style movement system. Like it spawns a box and then like an Undertale heart, and you can like move around on the X and Y axis. Like you can do some crazy shit with this because yo, he saw it. Yeah, I saw that. It's insane. It's so cool. You can do a lot of stuff with these custom objects, like timers. So like you can set something up to happen on a timer. Like you can program games inside of Hollow Knight. Isn't that so fucking cool? Relays, key listeners, text display, player hook. So different things that the player does. Like if you move, you can have events happen. Like you can have listeners set to different kinds of things the player is currently doing. Enemy barriers, so like places where the enemies can't go. Like this is really, really cool stuff. Object mover, so you could have like objects moving around based off events. Winner's trophy, really, really amazing stuff. Comet said it was possible to make a PC in the game. See, like, this shit is insane. Like, there's gonna be so many cool Hollow Knight maps and stuff made using this. And I really hope people get, like, really creative with this mod. So, like, Decoration Master, a lot of it was just, like, mega hard mode content. Like, you know, going through Path of Pain, but every jump is like pixel perfect and every dash is pixel perfect, which is cool. You know, it's cool, but I would love to see some like creative, fun stuff made using this. That's not just like, you know, only speedrunners are gonna ever be able to play it. Like, I want to see some stuff that like everyone can play and enjoy. Like, it doesn't have to be easy, of course, but like, you know, stuff that's like not just like pixel perfect platforming, stuff that's like a little bit more creative. And this mod allows you to do so much of that creative stuff, which is just amazing. So yeah, that is my tutorial. There's also a way to share levels online and stuff like that, which I don't know how to do, but you can, when you actually like start the mod, in the main menu in the top right, there's online levels. This is still being worked on, but yeah, there's like a way to log in and stuff. I don't have that set up, but you can play testing. You can play Path of Pain Sealed Secrets 2.0. So many cool things. You can play Hornet After Died Ghost. It's Hornet's Store After Died Ghost by Team Cherry. Thank you all, guys. You can find this Hornet in Cliffs 01. You can play that. That's amazing. Isn't that so cool? You can do it through the menu. Of course, that's still a work in progress, but like, you can do it. You can play that shit. That's cool. So yeah, even though I am sick today, but I had to stream this because it's so fucking amazing. Like, the work done on this mod is just, it blows my mind. Like, if I had this years ago, we would have had like Celeste created in Hollow Knight, which actually there's like a mod for that kind of now, but that's next week. But yeah. Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well today. Just went on like the extreme tutorial monologue teacher mode. Oh, and there's the developer, Comet Cake. Big shoutouts. This is a really, really cool mod. Everyone say thank you, Comet Cake, for their amazing work. Have you been drinking water? I have coffee. Oh yeah. And you can edit shit in co-op. Like it has multiplayer integration. So you can be in Hollow Knight multiplayer on a server and edit things together with other people in real time. Isn't that fucking insane? So yeah, Ultimate Chicken Horse and Hollow Knight, I'm probably gonna try that at some point. And like I said, you can make grub jars that cannot be rescued, which is a huge selling point for me, personally. Yeah, this is such a good mod. So you can't rescue them. It's amazing. Nothing you can do will ever rescue these grubs. They are unrescuable. They cannot be rescued. No matter how much you try, they will always be stuck in these jars for the rest of eternity. Look at this. This is the best mod ever. This is the best. This mod was made for you. Hi, Kinder. Yo, Blue. Oh my god, is that Blue SR? I'm such a huge fan of Blue. What a coincidence. Coffee ain't water. Yeah, fair. Oh my god, is Blue SR in the chat? So yeah, I'm gonna... What should I actually do? I kind of want to make like a platforming thing. Fire, I pinged you in HK main to get my attention. Oh, perfect. I love that. I love getting pinged. Okay, so I don't actually have a plan for what to do, but like I want to make something cool. So like I wanted to kind of explore maybe these other things, these other like custom objects, because we could like do things on a timer. Like what if we, so, okay, wait, what's a good like arena spot? Or wait, well, let's go into the Coliseum. I have a cool challenge idea. Ultimate Chicken Horse 1v1. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that would be so cool. Like you just get to choose one object each time, any object of your choice. So I think we should make the Coliseum harder. Yo, Scribe. Circles, sorry. Or Scribe. What? Yo, Scribe. My brain is like non-functional today because I'm on like cold medicines, so yeah. I went to a convention last weekend and I got pretty sick. Correct self incorrectly, yeah. My brain is not working right now. Oh, and hey, Forrest, as well. Oh, you're at a wedding? Nice. Hope you had fun. Okay, so let's do a timer that sends an event. What are the events associated with timers? So I have to look at the documentation, and they have a list of events and listeners and all of the events that different custom objects can send. So the timer and the relay send an event called on call. So let's enter this in. Oh, I had caps locks on. On call, let's call it spawner. So when the event on call is sent, we're going to send broadcast spawner. And let's see if we can do something. Can we like make an enemy spawner? Does that work? If the when the object's event is called. Oh. Wait. Oh, I have a really cool idea. Actually, let's scrap the timer idea. Let's go into key listener. Key listener. So when the key is pressed / held / released. So this searches for a specific key. Fuck 112 KPRs. Yeah, that's fair, Blue. This searches for a specific key being pressed. Let's hit the Q key. Okay? So when the Q key is pressed, we'll do something cool. So let's do the key pressed event. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. Let's just name it thing. It should probably be more descriptive than that. Oh, wait. Is the event type, was that not the right event? Wait. Key pressed? Oh, it's key press. Oh, okay. Okay, so on the key press, it's going to send an event called thing. What thing should happen? We could make something happen with this moving saw blade. We could make it like appear and disappear based off of the thing. So, thing, trigger, enable. So the saw blade only appears when, what should the track distance be, like something big, like 15. So many options. This is crazy. Let's set it to active false by default. Now this should listen for, yeah, when I hit Q, the saw blade appears. That's crazy. Now I'm sent outside of the arena. Isn't that perfect? I should have probably had some like ideas planned for this part of the stream. I don't have any ideas planned. Swore I would never don the armor again after the Great War. Oh, that's funny. I tried to get back into 112, but like it's so much learning. Like it is a really awesome category, but man, that is a lot of learning. How about like if I'm moving to the right, the saw blade spawns, but if I move to the left, the saw blade despawns. How about that? That's a cool idea. Isn't that a cool idea? So like, let's grab this. Let's make another event called Thing2 where we disable it. Okay. And we're gonna put it back down, delete the other one. And then we're gonna pick this back up and set an event called, oh wait, I need a separate key press listener, which is okay, because, so when I hit D on the keyboard, which is my move right, I suppose, I will send the key press event. So that spawns the saw blade. And then when I press A, it sends the Thing2 event, which despawns the saw blade. So it disables, right? Disable. That's gonna be fun. I deleted the saw blade. Oh my god, you fucking dumbass. Jesus. Well, so it listens for thing, and it enables. This is pretty easy to fix. Enable, and it listens for thing. You should maybe make your, so this is why you make your events more descriptive, because thing and Thing2 are not the best names. Just saying.
Fireb0rn just subscribed.
Yo, thanks so much for the sub, Dusk Flare. I appreciate it. Track distance 20. Okay, so we have the listeners set up. So now when let's set this to left and right. So now when I'm kind of curious if you can set it to like controller key, but let's just try this. Oh, I didn't do it right. Oops, I messed something up. So let me double check these key press listeners or key press events. So key press D. So that is set to, oh, it's thing underscore, or lowercase, I mean. This is also set to thing to, keep, this should be set to thing 2. I messed it up in so many ways. I'm on cold medication right now. This is not the best time to be doing technical things. Wait, let me just change this to uppercase thing 2. There we go. This is not the best time for this. But hey, this is okay. We're getting all the mistakes out of the way so that like when you guys try this, you don't make the same mistakes that I'm making and you know how to fix them. Perfect. So when I press, let me actually also set a new, hazard respawn so that I respawn closer. So in Hollow Knight, there's like things called hazard respawns, and that is where your character respawns after you get hit, right? Is that interactable? Oh, room edits. Okay, so let me take this hazard respawn and I will set contact trigger. So that means I think that would mean that when I touch it, my hazard respawn updates, right? So let me try that. And yes, my hazard respawn did indeed update. So the saw blade spawns when I hit right, and it's not unspawning when I hit left. Oops, I messed something else up. Yo, Y2B Fox. What time is it where you live? It's 1:45 a.m. in my place. It's like early evening where I live. At least we got the hazard respawn updated, right? So let's see what, where is this thing to? Uppercase T, disable. Is it, let me see. So disable, yes, that is the right trigger. Let me just see if this is set properly. Thing on key press of A sends the event thing 2. I don't want that to really listen though. Right? This is the one. I don't know why that had a listener attached to it. Key press thing D. Key press thing 2 A. Let me double check the saw blade. Thing 2 disable. Okay. So this should work. Yes, okay. Now I can despawn the saw blade by hitting the left. Perfect. Now can I set this to left arrow? I'm kind of curious. Because like with my setup, I have a controller that sends keyboard inputs, which is kind of weird, but where do we find the document for all the triggers? Let me put it in the, so this is the link right here. That's the documentation. I'm going to put that into the YouTube video description as well. I had it and then I was having technical problems and I deleted it just in case. So here's the instructions / documentation. That's in the YouTube video description if you're looking for that. That has the list of all the events and listeners and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, lots of really good information there. Just one thing to notice, that triggers, I believe they are all lowercase, whereas the event types like on death, that'll be capitalized like each word. And I'm pretty sure things are case sensitive, so if something doesn't work, check your case, okay? Does it hit enemies? No. No, it doesn't. Yeah, you can add little challenges to like make it more difficult. I want to see if I can. It would be nice if like the key press. Let me see. If it were like set to like player actions maybe, or oh, there is the player hook. So that is face left, face right. So the player hook might actually be better to use than the key press action, because you want to, the key press is only compatible with like keyboard, right? I assume. Whereas if you do the player hook, then you can set events for different player actions. Like, let's say when I jump, we can send an event which spawns spikes. Spawn spikes. I don't know why you do that, but you can do it. Like, it doesn't make sense. You should probably try to make things like mechanics that actually make sense, but you have a lot of, the point is that you have a lot of freedom to do like various different stuff, right? Since there's Zote head detection, you can do Coliseum, but I have to bounce the Zote head the entire time. Yeah, so like you could make it set up so that, yeah, that's actually an amazing idea. Let's actually roll with that. So we can set a, oh, and hey J-Rose, welcome. Hope you're doing well. So let's set a trigger zone at the bottom of the arena. Let's make it like super big and like wide as the arena can go, basically. I kind of messed up my controls, I think. Yes, I did. What were my controls set to before? Give me 1 second to check my controller out. I have to do like a second of troubleshooting. Actually, I can probably just grab my Xbox controller. 1 moment. Yeah, if the Zote head hits the ground, you die. That would be such a cool idea. We're gonna do that. Well, that's such a good idea. Use a player hook to instantly kill the player when it receives the event. That's amazing. That's so good. That's so good. I should have just asked chat, to be honest. Y'all have good ideas. Okay, so we just create a trigger zone. We go into config. We set detect mode to Zote head. Let's go into the event. So trigger zones, zone enter. That's the trigger we want. And we'll just call it failure. So that's the event. We failed by allowing the Zote head to hit the floor. Now we want this to be pretty big because we want it to be like, oh, my controller's not on. 1 second. Come on, buddy. There we go. So let's, I think this is set to lock. So I'm gonna use debug mod to actually allow myself to exit the arena. And I'm also going to zoom out a little bit. Basically, I want to make this so that it's like just peeking up above the ground. I am dying. Oh, let's get rid of the vignette. Let's yeah. So I want it to be a little bit bigger. Oh, I think 10 might be the max. Oh no, it's not. Okay. I just didn't so this is gonna be the trigger zone. If it touches the ground, then failure is sent. Okay. So now we need a Zote head on a platform. So let's make a platform first. Solids. It can just be like one of the basic platforms. Okay, frig off enemies. This is a basic platform. Don't need anything fancy. We will need to erase that platform, so I'll figure that out in a minute. Got a Zote head, visible, active. I don't think we even need to set those. But, oh, what we really need is like, can we set an event with the Zote head or no? Oh, I have an idea. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make another trigger zone. And it's gonna trigger right here. Right? So, sorry, I'm not gonna be watching chat for a second, but I don't actually want to set that yet. So we're gonna do trigger on exit. Is that the trigger? Let me zone exit. So when the Zote head exits this platform, zone exit, game start. Okay, so so we're gonna put the Zote head on top of that. When the Zote head exits that box, which I should probably center that box a little. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Zone exit, game start. Detect mode, Zote head, active, true. Okay. So the point of this is that when we start the game, we want to delete the platform so that people can't just keep it on the platform. So we're gonna start with the platform right here, and we're going to set this to active. Then we're gonna listen for game start, and then when game start happens, we disable. Okay, so once the Zote head is off the platform, oops, I accidentally rotated it, then the platform disappears. You'll probably have to like re-enter the room to restart the game, so we could probably figure like a more efficient way to do that, but that's fine. Okay, so we put the Zote head on the platform. The Zote head doesn't have any events associated with it, but when it touches this, something's going to happen, right? So the next thing is we have a player hook. The player hook is player hook. We're listening for the failure event, and when that happens, we kill player. Wait, I think this is underscore or under lowercase, right? So this is the condition of, or this is the result when we mess up. Let's mess up. Perfect. It works. It works. Let me zoom back in. See? We've made a game. Juggle the Zoat head. That's so good. Oh, oops. Let me. Oh, oops. I just turned on music by accident. I want to turn off the locked camera. How do I turn off the locked camera on Hollow Knight? Jesus Christ, game. Reset camera zoom. That doesn't do it? Let me just re-enter the game. But the point is, it works. That's the important thing. All right, so let's wait. It's still locked. What is the key for this to stop this? I guess we're locked for now. That's fine, actually. I mean, you can set cutscenes with this. You can probably do a lot of things with this. You can probably... So you can make text boxes, so like... Okay, this is gonna be hard, I think. Let me actually restart the game real quick because I can't, like, fix the camera, and I want the camera to be zoomed out so I can actually see the Zoat head. Let me just restart the game real quick. But yeah. We just, like, made a fun challenge we can do through this. Like, that's so cool. Like, normally you'd have to, like, develop a mod to do that, right? Might be a little unfairly high. It's fine. Wouldn't it be better if the platform disappeared? Wait, was the platform not disappearing? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I tried to make it so the platform disappeared, but it might not have. I might have messed something up. So I'm just gonna use bench warp to like make a bench right here, just to make this easier. Trigger exit isn't working with the Zoat head. Oh, okay. No worries. But yeah, look at this. This is amazing. So good. Oh. Well, I don't think the game likes having a bench in here, apparently. Oops. Am I no clipping properly? Yo, Devlin. Warp? Okay, let's not use that bench, I guess. Oh, it's probably because, like, you need to set the trial that you're doing. So let's set a bench in here. Let's deploy a bench in here. No cooldown. So yeah. I think this is gonna, like, this mod's gonna allow for some really, really fun stuff. So I'm excited to see what people make with this. You could also just set so that, like, it's a little bit less punishing. You could set it so, like, you take a damage when the Zoat You could set it to damage player. Like that would be a little bit more fair, I would say. Cooler boss cutscenes. I don't know if this has like if you can do like cutscenes in this, but you could trigger events to happen when you like enter the boss arena, so like different extra things could happen. Like you could spawn extra enemies along with the bosses, or you could like, I don't know, you could do a lot of crazy things. So let's go back into the editor, because we've discovered this is maybe a little bit too punishing. Okay, so we want to edit this, so I'm just gonna pick it up. Then I'm going to change the event listener. So the listener is listening for the event failure, and the trigger, we're gonna set it to damage player. How about that? So instead of killing the player outright, let's just damage the player. Okay. Then we're gonna place this, and we're going to click erase and delete the older one. So now when this hits the ground, we should get damaged. Oh, wait. Let's double check that we did this right. Failure. This event is... Okay, so it might be that the name is wrong. Let's listen for failure. Is it the case, maybe? Let's try that. Oh, Zothead's not moving. Assuming you can use this the triggers to change camera position and stuff, and if so, you could use some assets to do some really cool stuff for cutscenes. Yeah, I'm curious if you can mess with the camera. That would be amazing if you could. Okay, so might need to like re-enter the room. I think the Zothead might be like glitched out. Let's just do that real quick. Yo, Caramel, Axolotl. Yeah, I might, so the main thing I want to do is try playing Ultimate Chicken Horse. Oh, my nail damage is set to 0, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. So when your nail damage is set to 0, okay. It might have been an issue with the case. Oh, so this is the other issue. If the Zothead lands on the ground, then you don't get like repeatedly damaged, but we would want that to happen. So is there a way that we could cause the damage to continue to happen while the Zothead is in the trigger zone? Could I like try enabling a clock with the trigger so I could like I wonder, okay, so I could use the trigger to enable a relay which damages the player, or like is it a relay, a timer? Now we're getting into the more complex stuff. Okay, so start delay, let's say every like start delay should be 0 because you want to get damaged instantly.
You've just subscribed.
Yo, thanks so much. It's Sushi for the sub. I appreciate it. Repeat delay, for max calls 99. Active, so we want it to be inactive at the start. And then we listen for the failure, and then we trigger the player. What is the timer? Wait. What are the event? Oops, I dropped my controller. I dropped my controller. I'm choking. Where can you... So you can get this mod on Lumafly. It's linked in the YouTube video description. Okay, so timer and relay have an on call. So when the object's event is called. So we set the... Taking the mask off the trigger, disable the clock. So I want to have it so that when the Zote head hits the trigger activates the timer, and then the timer activates this. So the timer is going to be listening for the failure, and that will cause the timer to enable, right? And then on call, which is whenever this timer is called, we're going to send a damage event. Does that make sense? So let's try that. And then we're just going to take this player hook and we're going to say on damage, trigger damage player. But was that working before? Or did we have to change the case or something? That will make it so once the timer is enabled, you'll take damage forever. Oh, so we'd also need a zone exit, right? So, like, we'd have to make another zone on top of this zone. Or no. We would just have to set zone exit within this zone. So yeah, that could work, right? I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but I think that should work, right? So let me just copy this zone and say zone exit, and then we turn the timer off. Timer off. And let's change this to zone enter, timer on. That way it's like less confusing. Now I want to zoom out some more, a little bit. Let me just delete this one before I place this. Then we place it kind of like this. So it's a little bit further down. Okay, so now we take this timer and we listen for timer on, then we trigger enable, then we listen for timer off and we trigger disable. That's what we had, right? Zone exit is bugged at the moment though, so a second zone. Oh, right. Okay. No worries. Thanks for letting me know. See, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, the dev is like literally in here, like fixing things. That's absolutely amazing. Really appreciate it, by the way. So yeah, this is how you would do it. Unfortunately, like there is a bug right now, so the zone exit doesn't work right now. But this is how you would do it. Okay. So on what is this event on? So the event is called. So I want to listen for damage, and then when that happens, damage player. Okay. that is what we want to do. Right? Cool. So, like, this won't work, like, in terms of turning the timer off, but... Oops. Oh. Wait, did I take damage from the enemy, or... Oh. Okay. Yes. So I am taking damage, I'm just not taking damage right away. So... Okay. I assumed that this would... Because the start delay is 0, there would be like an activation at the start, and then it would repeat every 4 seconds. But it looks like it's taking 4 seconds to deal the first damage. Is timer delay? So I could actually send... I could send the damage like right at the start as soon as they hit this, and then also... Right? So zone enter, send the damage event. Like send that so it just happens one time. And then there's also going to be the timer. Yeah, so I guess the timer is just like the delay. So let's delete this and let's place this again. Oh, this will be an easy idea 2 years later. Yeah, pretty much. Now we take damage instantly and every 4 seconds, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So the way we have it programmed, the timer should stop once the Zote head is juggled again. Just that's glitched at the moment, but like theoretically this should be like a Zote juggle challenge that we just created. So like other than that, it should be fully functional. Which is really cool. Like, this is awesome. Every time it enters, you take damage. This is very hard, by the way. Harder than expected. Can I actually, like... Oh! If you dive it, it actually just goes flying. Oh. Oops. Wait, did the timer not stop? Oh yeah, because the zone exit. I already forgot. Yeah, it's because the zone exit isn't working properly. Yo, Tyron. So yeah, like, the timer that continually takes damage starts, but it doesn't stop. So yeah. Would you do a Celeste stream sometime? You know, I considered doing, like, Strawberry Jam. But I don't know, I kind of already played it and had my fill of it, you know? You know, it's a possibility for sure. However, like, lately I'm wanting to get back into streaming, like, more Hollow Knight, just because there's, like, so much cool stuff that I've missed because I haven't been streaming lately, so... Like, I want to get back into showing off all that cool shit. Like, all the mods and all the randomizer updates and all that stuff. Like, I really want to stream more Hollow Knight. Could make a zone in the air to disable the timer? Yes. That's actually a good idea. I'm just going to do that for now. That's a good call. Let's do that. So let's make another... I'm just gonna copy this zone and on zone enter, timer off. Zone enter, timer off. And we'll just kind of place it like right above. We'll try to line it up as well as we can. Oh, zoom out a little bit more. Game is kind of like finicky. All right. I don't get what's going on. You'll have to probably start from the beginning of the VOD to understand. It would be a lot to like get you up on this, but we're making like a custom Hollow Knight challenge where you have to juggle the Zote head. That's what Comet suggested in the yeah, true. And then like I guess we could also do the same kind of thing for like this platform. So like when the Zote head enters any of these areas to the left or right or above, then we could also like delete the Zote head or delete the platform. Let me just see what oh whoops, what? Oh shit. I had to delete. It's a little bit janky because I have so many like overlapping things. I forget what zone exit, game start. Okay, so there's nothing tied to that right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to on zone enter. We're gonna do game start, and that should get rid of the platform, right? And we're just gonna kind of like box around the Zote head. This is kind of jank, but should be fine, right? Should be fine. Then we're gonna, I accidentally deleted this, so on zone enter, timer off. We're gonna set this above. Yep. There we go. And then we just put this up here. Okay, so this should... Yo, Jeremiah. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I have that set to the... I have that set to the player, not the Zote. Zote head. That is what it's supposed to be. Oops. Now I'm gonna delete the big zone again. Amazing. So on zone enter, game start. Zote head, not me. And like, to be fair, these like player hooks and timers should probably be like outside the arena that you're adding shit to. Just so you don't like accidentally like delete them and stuff. And then let's set this zone enter timer off. There might be dusk flare. This is my like first time actually using the mod, so like I could be missing out on some things, to be fair. And then the platform goes away. It's fully functional. This is actually quite challenging. Ow. GG Zote juggle. It's a good day when I get to use that command. No, I haven't played Rain World. It is actually up my alley. Like, I am really interested in the game, but I just haven't like gotten around to playing it. Look at this. It works. Ow. See how far I can get in this. This is very difficult though. Oh. You know, I don't know if the dev is taking like requests, but I know the dev is working on this very actively. So like, if you have a request, maybe the dev will think about it. I don't know. Spells might be the way here. Yeah, I think so too. Let me. Why are these benches not like? Oh yeah, I don't want a bench in here because it hasn't loaded like the which trial I'm in. Why am I not spawning at this bench? Like, I guess I could just set a save state. That would be the easiest thing to do. Oh, there's a suggestions channel. Oh, okay, perfect. Do I save state? Is that working? Perfect. Okay. Yeah, save state is going to be very helpful. Let me see what charms I have as well. Okay. Let me see. Oh, my nail damage is set to 8. Let me give myself pure nail. Yo, Jupe. Welcome, welcome. Hope you are doing well. Oh, I want lock off so that I can... Actually, I want to try this. Let's see how far we can get. Oh. I feel like... I could probably use quick focus for this, and it wouldn't be too bad. Ow. Oh. Oh, the timer's still on? Oh my god. Yeah, I have no idea, Duskflare. Yo, Digit Fox. How goes HK? It's going pretty well. That Zothead is spitting so fast. That is insane. Ouch. Ouch. It's still like... I put the zone like quite far down. I think even getting here is like a new PB. Oh! Yeah, the zone enter strat is like... I wonder if the zones are like too close. So like... That might be it. The zones might be like a little bit too close. So, because like the timer isn't like deactivating. So let me try moving like this zone up a little bit further, perhaps. Can you actually juggle a grub? So, I wonder if you can like change the graphics somehow. That would be amazing if you could. Okay, so let's put this up a little bit higher. See if that works better. Maybe the timer has to trigger to disable. Wait, what? Oh, I see what you're saying. So it has to be called to disable? Like, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yo, Atri. Yeah, so like the grubs don't have physics. But I think there was a way to like add graphics, because like the dev posted like a little Undertale thing that was like kind of cool. Oh, and by the way, like there's all of these like dash crystals and stuff. If you remember these like from Decoration Master, you can use these. They're like the stuff from Celeste. I don't know too well what these like energy orbs and stuff are, but I'm sure you can find out in the documentation. Oh, and there's the bindings as well. Oh, there's bindings for all the different spells individually. That's so cool. Nice. Pogo binding, dash binding, lantern binding. Oh, man. You can do so much with this game, mod. It's so good. So many options. So many options, and here we are juggling a fucking Zote skull. In the Coliseum. I wonder if maybe it wasn't entering the zone because it never exited the upper zone to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Because the upper zone was like so high up that it never triggered the event. Or it was too low down, rather. Because it seems to be working now. Here we go. Using the platforms is cheating, I think. But like, what else are we gonna do? Could probably, I wonder if you can like delete the platforms somehow. Oh, here's where we heal up if we were smart. Oh, ouch. Colin's really glad you noticed the bindings. Yeah, I mean, you know I love my challenges. What are you, yeah, it's like a custom level designer thing. So we designed a challenge where we have to juggle the Zote skull, and if the Zote skull hits the ground, we take damage. Initially, it was if the Zote skull hits the ground, we die, but we found that a little bit too punishing, surprisingly, right? Oh, why did I do that? So there's like a timer. Let's double check that the timer's working properly. While the Zote skull is on the ground, we take damage every 4 seconds. So, like, theoretically, we could heal, I think. Since it has a player hook, I wonder if it has an object hook, so you could listen to the Zote head land instead of a zone. Let me see if... That is a cool idea. I think it seems like there isn't any events for the Zote skull, but that is a good idea to have an event for Zote skull landing. Actually remember, like, one of the Decoration Master maps was like juggling the Zote skull to the top of the broken elevator, or not even the broken elevator, but the elevator on the right side of the city. Oh, I cannot dash. Hey, Lassie. This is Juggle the Zote Skull, where you die. An amazing, fun new Hollow Knight challenge for all ages. No! Get on the platform, please. The ceiling really pushed the Zote skull down into the ground. That was actually hilarious. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think if you get it on the platform, you deserve it, right? You deserve the heal break. Ow. Oh my god, what am I doing? I haven't used controller for Hollow Knight in so long. But like, I messed up my keyboard controls, so I'm just using controller for the rest of the stream. Oh, I got it on. Nice. Ouch. What? Oh, this controller's so weird. Oh my god. I have a button on the back of this controller that like it causes me to open inventory. Oops. It's because I've been using this controller for Night Rain mainly. Just a reminder, you originally set to die when the head dropped. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Okay. Going hey, Quills. This is so nonsensical. This is great. Yeah. Standard fireb0rn stream. Oops. I did not mean to open inventory. Did not mean to open inventory again. Yo, Contrath. Yo, what's up, Scurry? Hi, everyone. I am having a wonderful time right now. What are you up to, Scurry? Hey, everyone. So, we are playing, oh, Shadow Labyrinth. Neat. Hope you had fun with that, Scurry. So we're playing the hollowknight Architect mod right now. So this is a mod that lets you do all kinds of crazy shit. Right now we have it set up so that when the Zote head hits the floor, you take damage constantly, and you have to juggle the Zote head. It's so cool. You're playing a weird Pac-Man Metroidvania. Nice. Sounds fun. I caught a little bit of it, I think. Looked pretty cool. So, yeah. You might have to start from the beginning of the stream if you want to know everything that's going on, but basically we have all these like triggers set up with this mod. This is kind of like the old Decoration Master mod, where you can like set custom objects, you can like put spikes everywhere, and like you can put enemies wherever you want and stuff like that. But this has a lot more creative options that you can do. So right now we have set up so like when the Zote head when the Zote head enters any of these exclamation points, the platform below the Zote head disappears, and then if the Zote head touches this box at the very bottom, the player takes damage instantly and then every 4 seconds after. And then if the Zote head goes up, then the timer on the damage that causes the damage to happen every 4 seconds turns off, so you're safe again. You just have to keep juggling the Zote skull. But yeah, you can do so much cool stuff with this. Yeah, you should definitely try it out, Scurry. I think it would be really cool to see. There's hollowknight Unity now. Yeah, you can program shit in hollowknight, basically. So yeah, we're trying to juggle the Zote skull and get as far as we can in Hollow 3. Ouch. It's not easy. But if we get to this, sorry, I am like actually pretty sick, so my voice is like kind of going occasionally, and I love when this happens. The ceiling like bounces the Zote skull into the floor. What are you supposed to do when the floor is gone? You have to get the Zote skull onto one of the platforms. Yeah, you get pranked by the ceiling, exactly. Oops. This is hard. I think I should move the zone a little. Oh, see, sometimes the timer doesn't get turned off. Oops. Oh. I think it needs to be adjusted a little bit. Yo, Jesus girl. Joining with my bestie, nice. Yo, demon. Forgot how good fire was at HK. I feel like I'm not showing it very well right now. I meant later when you just have the walls. Well, then you you die, I guess. Or you have to juggle it the whole time. That would be challenging. I think it would be doable though. I think it would be doable. Is there a verification process on the Discord? My Discord's just announcements. Let me move this one down just a little bit. I'm gonna move it to the side for safekeeping, I guess. Then I'm gonna delete this. Then I'm gonna. Why am I not just dragging? There's a drag feature. Why? Brain, please. There's literally a feature specifically for this. Drag. Let's move it even a little bit further down. Voice, please. I need to go chug more cough syrup. Okay. That should maybe work a bit better. I do not have any world records on all of it, no. Not right now. Haven't for quite a while, in fact. Oh my god, this stupid platform. No! Come on! Oh my god, it fell on the floor. That means we're gonna take damage constantly while it's down there. Ah! Well, I can get a few heals in. Oh, I'm dead. Architects are underpaid. Oh, did not know. Do you have a link to the architect Discord? I think it's in the documents, like the documentation document. Yeah, it is. So like, there's the documentation. Discord links in there. Okay, have a good one, J Rose. Goodness. Oh no. Oops. Come on. No. No. Oh my god. That's fine. Oh, it interrupted my heal. Not a fan of that. It's Baldur Shell or Melody? Wonder actually, I'm not sure. Okay, distance BB. Oh no. I think I'm just gonna like wait for them to come to me. I think that makes the most sense. should have probably like healed up before I started juggling the skull again. Because now I'm just gonna... I wonder if I can like D-Dark to avoid the damage. No, that did not work. What even is the point of making the annoying torture that the Coliseum is more annoying by having the Zoat mask? It's fun. I kind of like these challenges because you have to like think critically to figure out how to do it. Like, it's not even necessarily the mechanical skill aspect, although I do enjoy that too. But it's just like, how do I problem solve to figure this out? Like, what kind of strategies do I build and stuff like that? It's kind of funny how I was like advising people to make challenges that like everyone could play and enjoy, and then the first thing I do is make like a masochistic piece of shit, like no fun allowed minigame. There we go. Yeah, I think iframing would be smart. Okay, I'm gonna kill one of these and then just heal up on the other platform. Alder Shell would probably be pretty good, yeah. Oh my god, I bounced it off the ceiling. You don't really think about, like, physics stuff. Oh my god. When you're playing Hollow Knight normally. Okay. Oh my god, you piece of shit. I think, like, when... Okay, so when you take damage, I think you can get 2 heals in pretty easily. Which should make this challenge free. Right? Unless you do that, for some reason. Unless you do that. Could quick focus let you heal while it's in the air? Good question, actually. I kind of want to keep Mark of Pride because it makes juggling it like a little bit easier, and quick slash. Long nail, not really necessary. Alder Shell, you only get 4 charges for the entire Coliseum, so I don't know about Balder Shell. I don't know about Balder Shell. I wonder if you can get Weaver Song, Grub Song hits on the Zoat Skull. I wonder if you can do that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Shrub. Is it possible to make the Zoat head fall through platforms? I don't know. Within this mod, let me see. Let me see if there's any configuration options for the Zoat Skull. Zoat. The only options are visible and active, so there's no like platform collision type options. Yo, Garnix. Yeah, the spiders might actually like knock the Zoat Skull around, which would be hilarious. Which very bad, by the way, but yeah, funny. Yeah, you know, Longnail might actually be like Dashmaster could. Dashmaster could also be kind of nice, maybe. I don't know. Steady Body could also be nice. The zoom is just. I just did that with debug mod. Yo, thanks so much, Aldria. I appreciate it. Someone drop a link to the Discord. So it's in the, I don't want to just put a link to the Discord in, like, pinned or anything, but I'll pin the, document. It's because I don't want, like, them to have to handle, like, 100 people joining at once or whatever. So in the documentation, there's a link to the Discord, and also the modder has a Ko-fi. So like if you want to like you know, send the modder like $5 or something just for all the amazing work that they're doing. Comet Cake 575 if you want to send them like a little donation just for all the work that they did, which they have done a lot of work. If you want to do that, then they have a Ko-fi on the documentation page. Okay, I'll probably send like a little token of my appreciation. Okay. Oh, perfect. It's not too hard to get it onto the platform once you kind of like know how to do it. You just like hit it right and then dash onto it and pogo it. Should share this challenge on the level share. Yeah, it's a good idea actually. Oh, I forgot about this old skull. This is important to remember. Oh my god. No, I don't like that. Let's take the opportunity to heal. No, I don't want to like dash away from it because there isn't a listener. What listener are you talking about? Oh shit. I'm glad you enjoy the Speedrunner vs. Hunters games, Altria. I've been playing Hollow Knight non-stop for the last month. Hell yeah. There's a lot of really cool mods and stuff, so Hollow Knight can keep you busy for a long time. Jesus. Oh, the landing. Yeah, that would be cool. Why? Huh? Oh, I'm not on the. Okay. I was wondering why the hotkey for save states wasn't working. Speedrunner versus Hunters, but everyone has to juggle their Zodhead. Yes. I love it. Oh, why'd I down slash? No! No, I sent it into the ground, the wrong spot. You... What am I doing? Heal once. Let's just wait for the damage and heal up. Path of Pain while juggling Zodhead coming soon? Yes, of course. I am so dead. And I ran out of content super fast. Nice. I have another one coming out like next week, so look forward to that. It is a pretty fun one too. Like I think it's one of the better ones for sure. I'm really happy people like that series because like I feel like it's just been getting better and better. Nice. And Max Nail, you should probably not use offensive charms and have more defensive stuff. Yeah, maybe. Quick slash is kind of important for juggling the skull, though. Oh, shit. There we go. I have not played on controller in quite a while, so yeah. If I look rusty with controller, it's because I am. But yeah. I do feel like I'm getting a lot better with the box controller, so that's exciting. I feel like I played pretty well in Speedrunner vs. Hunters because we did a few of those recently. Okay, can we get past this time? I feel like if I have full soul, I should just like let it drop and then heal up twice. Oops. Then I let it fall again instantly. Oh, it's on the platform. Nice. Let's heal up. Oh my god. Fuck off. So let's let it drop and then heal twice. Oh shit. No, it fell. It fucking fell. You really have to get it onto the platforms during those sections or you're just toast. Maybe we should try a different challenge. Perhaps. Perhaps there's something else fun that we could do. Maybe not involving Zote Skulls. Dare I say. Something not involving Zote Skulls. Oh, you can even make like stalactites. Jelly egg bomb. Oh, jelly egg bombs? What if you make it so that... So like, if you hit the jelly egg bomb, then it becomes like, does it like become deactivated? Maybe I could like set up an event that could like respawn all the jelly eggs, like if you jump or something evil like that. I mean, I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to tell people not to do like evil shit with this mod, and then all I do is evil shit. Oh, you can make grandfathers too. Oh, it has all the grub noises inside grandfather's belly. Amazing. Markoth, but eggs spawn below you if you jump. Oh, that's a good idea. I like it. Let's do it. So let's go to... Wait, let's actually do no eyes. Let's do no eyes instead, because I feel like you have to jump with no eyes. And then we'll cover the floor in spikes. So that, like, you have to jump from platform to platform. You can't just stay at the bottom floor. That would be cool. Okay, let's go to Green Path, Stone Sanctuary. This is gonna be so fun. Guys, this is gonna be so fun. If I really went, oops, I made something too evil that even I can't beat. Let's try something else. How about something more evil? Yep, pretty much. Can we make Grub Father burst and spawn killable grubs? That's a great idea. Okay, so let's respawn this boss. Oops. Respawn ghost. Re-enter this room. Oops, that's the dog food alarm. so no eyes should be back now. All right, so step 1, cover the floor in spikes. Okay, so let's find the hazards. We kind of want to make them like look like the other spikes in the room. So, but we want them to spawn after after a few seconds after we start the no eyes fight. So they're gonna start inactive. Okay, so spikes here, and then we hold right shift to put them on the same axis, so they're all uniform and whatnot. And then we can just keep putting them over here, so it's like a big thing of spikes. My favorite. Spikes everywhere. I love it. Now more spikes. And then we're gonna make gates. So the wait, no, there's already gates, isn't there? Or are there gates? There's no gates in the I was about to say dog arena. What? I'm thinking of the dog needs to be fed. Trigger dog food alarm action feed dog. Yes. There's no gate. Is there gates in the No Eyes arena? Let's actually see. I don't know this video game. There's gates. So there's already gates. It's fine. Okay. That's fine. So let's put some more spikes up here next to the gate. And yeah. Oh wait, no, these need to be set to... Oh, I need to have listeners on these spikes as well. So the listener needs to be start battle or something like that. So set these start battle enable, and then end battle disable, right? So let's do that. And then we're gonna like set a timer. So like after 4 seconds or something, the spikes will spawn. Then you have to deal with the spikes for the rest of your miserable existence. This is the best mod. I love this. Okay. More spikes, more spikes, more spikes. Yo, Taco. Welcome, welcome. It is going wonderfully. We are filling the floor with spikes. And then we are going to... So the spikes are inactive right now because we've set them active to false. Or set the active configuration to false. So we're going to make it so that... is there a way to cause an event when the player dream nails the zone? No, it's just nail swing. So what kind of listeners do we have? Player hook, key press, no. So I'm looking at all the listeners. I don't think there's a listener that we can set for when the boss spawns. Oh, hey, Rain. Sorry, wrong chat. No worries. Hope you're doing well. Should add stalactites to the underside of the platforms. We're just gonna, like, ambush the player with 1,000,000 spikes and all these other horrible things as soon as the fight starts. But we need to find a trigger that works for when like, let's just, this is kind of weird, but we'll just set it so it's a trigger like when you touch here, because you probably are like standing there to dream nail. Oh, we're gonna need to set an event. Normally you could just set these spikes to active and then give the player like a platform beside no eyes, but we're trying to do something silly. So start timer. Oh, wait. No, this, on enter, right? On enter for these things. That's, yeah. On enter. Start timer. Oh. On enter. Start timer. Is it not on enter? Oh, zone enter. Zone enter. Zone enter. Add spike vines so that it looks like no eyes on ascendant. Perfect. And let's set the detect mode to player. Let's set those to active. And we'll just put it like right here. Okay. We may also need to set the hazard respawn to like somewhere other than, because it might be set to the floor if I recall correctly. So let's set the hazard respawn. We'll set the hazard respawn to contact trigger, so as soon as the player walks by here, the player will start respawning there, or if the player enters from here, they'll respawn up here. Or if the player enters from here, they'll respawn here or here. I guess technically, this should be fine. We're just kind of messing around. It doesn't need to be perfect. Set hazard respawn points on each platform. Why not? We'll just put hazard respawn points everywhere. So these hazard respawn points are where the player respawns after they like hit spikes or some shit. Next up, we're going to set... Yo, Marion. Welcome, welcome. Hope you are doing good. Next up, we're going to set a player hook. And this is going to be set to active, and we are going to listen for when the player jumps. So on jump, so the event type is just jump. And what are we going to have happen when the player jumps? I kind of forgot, but I had an idea, didn't I? When, or Scribe posted the idea, right? What were we doing when we jump? Something evil? Something horrible? Let me scroll up in chat. Jelly egg. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Jump, egg spawn. So you can set an object to active, right? But I don't know how to, like, if you can create objects using these listeners. So let me see what kind of events. Let me see what kind of actions and stuff. Hey, dog. Hey, dog. Oh my god, dog. You haven't seen me in an hour. Hey, dog. Oh my god, dog. Hello. Hello, dog. Did you get your food? Did you get your food, dog? Oh my god, dog. Oh, did you enjoy your food? Hope you enjoyed your food, dog. That's Hana, by the way. So back to the botting. Most exciting part of stream. So we have actions. We could have crushers start and stop. We could have let's just for the sake of doing this, let's do this. Watching the top for Puffy Tail. How about this? Okay, so when you jump, it activates jelly eggs throughout the room, and it also activates a timer. Okay? And that timer turns off the jelly eggs after like 4 seconds. How about that? I think that's like fair and also kind of like neat, right? And it's using multiple like things in the thing in the you know. So jelly, let's, the listener is, so we want the triggers to be enable and disable. So it enables when the player jumps, right? Player jump. And then jump timer is when it's going to disable, right? So by default, these should be disabled. Okay, then we just put them throughout the room, you know, as one does. We can even make them like smaller so we can put more of them everywhere. See, this is going to be amazing. We could even like rotate them so they could like be like rotated. I mean, obviously. So they can like be around the platforms, like surrounding the platforms. Isn't that so good? Look at this. There's so many of them. I'm going to make like 100 of these. It's going to be amazing. This is the best mod ever made. I'm so excited. Let's just put these absolutely everywhere. So I'm going to do the tops of the platforms first. Then I'm going to do the sides. Like, if you jump, you are dead. Your fucking life is ruined. No jumping. No jumping allowed. But maybe I should give the player some things like pogo instead if they can't jump, you know? Like some viable alternative to jumping instead of just dying. You put them over the spikes so you get double hits. Damn, I like the way you think. Oh, I gotta put them on the walls too, don't I? I like the way you think. And let's add a giant one. Just to like give the middle finger to the player. Right? That's what we want. I'll add that after. This is just making my day. This is like the best birthday present. My birthday was like a week ago, but, you know, best birthday present. Then we have to coat the walls in this. Let's just do these corners of the platforms. Oops, I don't even know what I dropped. Oh, that's the lid to my water bottle. Oops. It's like very far under the desk. Okay, so let's... I should probably like turn on the game music or something. Should I do that? I think I should. We just have like the ambient dream noise. Yo, thanks so much, Disney.
Disney_reject has arrived with 14 viewers.
Thank you so much for the raid. What were you up to? Oh, double shout out. Thanks for the GLHF. We are doing the Hollow Knight Architect mod, which is a really cool mod that allows you to do some like custom programming basically, and like all kinds of custom challenges and stuff like that. Very amazing mod. Made by Comet Cake 575. So right now we're making a no jump, no eyes challenge where if you jump, all of these explodey eggs spawn around the arena. And then after a few seconds, they disappear. This is going to be the custom challenge we're making. I should have made them bigger so that I don't have to spend like 20 minutes painting them around the room. But hindsight is 20/20, right? I was doing Yzma's any percent. Oh, nice, nice, nice. How did that go? You get any good runs? Yeah, let's cover the bottom right of the platforms. This is probably gonna lag the game when you, oh, I missed a platform. Oh, good God. Yeah, let's get the right side of each platform. Is this the content you guys came here to see? Is this the content you came here to see? Probably not, but this is the content you're getting. Okay, top right side. This is exciting. This is gonna have a huge payoff, trust me. Like, this is gonna be very worth it, the time spent. Hopefully I didn't mess any of the settings up, because hopefully not. We also have to paint the walls too, though. Like, we can't just have only the platforms painted. Right? That's not good enough. All the walls have to be painted too. Was on pace for a 32-48-ish, but fumbled THK. Aww. That's awesome, though. Waiting for the game to just freeze when you jump. I'm just gonna fucking crash, probably. I mean, that's a good challenge, though. Like, if... Don't do this, or you fucking crash the game. We should add that. That should be an event. Crash the game. Delete System 32. Okay, so... I'm not gonna paint the ceiling. That's just gonna take too much time. Okay, so let me double check the events. On player jump, enable. On jump timer, disable. So, okay, so we're gonna have a player hook. I think did I already make one of these somewhere? No, I guess not. So, on player hook, we're gonna, I feel like I didn't I? So, but when you press jump, it's gonna cause an event to broadcast called player jump. And also when you press jump, it's gonna cause a timer to start called jump timer. But wait, that's what the other thing is listening for. Start jump timer. So yes. Is this challenge possible? Yeah, probably. You don't really need to jump to beat no eyes, but so now we have a timer. The timer needs to listen for start jump timer, and when that happens, we trigger jump timer. Wait. We trigger... Wait. How do timers work? We trigger... it's like on call or something, right? On call. When the... Oh, yeah. So, when the object's event is called. Wait, no. That's the event. That's the event that gets broadcast. So the event is on call. Jump timer. So, right? So when the player does the... Holy shit, my brain is absolute mush. It's because I'm sick, guys. I took a bunch of cold meds before I started stream. I am gonna be right back just 1 second though, okay? And then we're going to math the rest of this out. Be right back 1 second. Thanks everyone for watching.
Ghostkiller7305Z just subscribed.
What? Yep. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, really? Hello. Wait. So, oh, my mic's been not muted. What the heck? Oops. Sorry, I was yelling at my wife. I was like, "Where are you? Hurry up!" Okay. So the way we have this set up is let me just look at this again and double check. So what I want to do is when the player presses this key, this thing listens, right? And it sends the event for when the player jumps. I'm just gonna take like a notepad out just so I can have all this like understood. So player hook sends the jump event, which sends player jump and start jump timer. Okay. So I want all of these to listen to player jump, and then jump timer is what disables. So the eggs, player jump enable, and jump timer disable. Okay, so the timer should be configured. Oh wait, timer. So many eggs indeed. So the timer should be set up so that there's a start delay of 4 seconds, max call 1. I don't even think there needs to be a repeat delay, but this should be active, inactive by default. And then it should enable when start jump timer is sent, right? And then it should disable after, right? So it's going to listen for, this is called on call, and it's going to send jump timer. That is what disables everything, all of the eggs, right? But also, when jump timer happens, I want this to also I want the timer to disable so that it can enable again if the player jumps. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, whoops. Where's the big... Oh, I forgot the big egg! You're right. You're right. How could I forget the big egg? Oops. I need one of these. Let's rotate it. And it has the listener supplied, yeah. Oh, that's a big egg. Not that big. That's too big. Also, that's too big. That's the right size. See, now we got the big egg. And let's add a couple more eggs to the sides, just so it's all properly filled up. Now, when I enter this area, it should... But if I jump... if I jump... yeah, okay. It kind of works, right? Sort of. It's a little bit jank. Oh, I'm back here. Oops. Let's go back. I need to make a save state. And we can see what we can do to kind of improve the functionality a little bit, so it's like less jank. I fear it will definitely remain jank, but this is just something that we're kind of... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. This is just something we're kind of quickly throwing together for funsies. Definitely, the mod has, like, capability... Why are there all of these enemies here? Did I do this? Now do know I said listen. Yes, we will. We will. No worries. I know how to improve it. Add a Zode spell. Perfect idea. I love it. They spawn like instantly, basically. Okay. Oh, the enemy's boss is gone. Oops. Let me respawn the ghost. No, I need to actually like leave and re-enter the room. Okay. Re-enter the room. Let's give myself infinite soul for a second, so I can heal up. Now we will set a save state right here. Let's lock cheats. And let's complete the challenge. Amazing. So, every time I jump, all these eggs spawn. So I need to, like... This is a little bit tricky. I can safely jump from this spot because I've already hit the eggs in this one spot. I could also jump and then like try to blow up all the... Oh, I killed... I guess no eyes dies if you hit... Well, that's good to know. The eggs kill no eyes instantly. Yeah, they don't respawn, yeah. So is there a way to like make objects spawn using events? I feel like that might be beyond the capabilities of the mod right now. Coded a respawn egg trigger for the next update. That's amazing. Nice, thank you. That's really cool. We've got respawnable eggs. Hell yeah. So yeah, okay. But yeah, this is just like a random idea, I guess, that we had. Comment works really fast. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. So yeah, let's set a save state here. Let me double check the save state's working. Yes, okay, good. Yeah, the eggs do insta-kill the boss. Amazing. So, I wonder if it's like umus, jellyfishes, where like, so there was a task that existed before where they would basically, let me go there just for like demonstration purposes. They would, archives, they would bring a jellyfish and they would like perfectly manipulate the jellyfish, like its explosion, so that they would bring it down to Umu's arena. And they would instantly kill Umu using the jellyfish explosion. Because the jellyfish explosion deals like 9,999 damage. So it was just a way to like insta-kill Umu really quickly in the tasks. So I wonder if those eggs also deal 9,999 damage. I could tank it. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, the task is really, really cool. But yeah, like, I wonder... Let me... So this is basically... Let me just check the timer. Did I set the timer to like 1 or something? This is the timer. The timer is set to start delay 4. Oh, the Uma core does 300 damage. Oh, so it's like the perfect amount. That's amazing. Yes, Strat, by the way. Start delay. Let's try setting this to like a little bit more so that the eggs are there outside for longer. Is it set to like 20 seconds? Is that how it works? Because it was set to 4 before, I believe. Right? So when this is called, so what is on call? Start delay is the amount of time before the first trigger. Repeat delays for subsequent triggers. By default, they're both 1 second. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that's like default. So I have it set so right now on call, it starts the jump timer and then start jump timer, enable. Ooh. This is very simple stuff, but also like my brain is not functioning right now. I want to see like how this text display works, though. That's something I'm interested in. What should the text be? First chat message. Nothing explicit, of course. Set it to inactive by default, I guess. Hello. There we go. That's it, just hello. Okay. Perfect. So let me look up object configuration for this. This is like utility, right? So let's Let's look up text display, text, the text to display in the dialog pop up when the display trigger is run. Oh, okay, so this should be active. So the trigger is display. Right. So let's let's do this in a different room, perhaps. Let's go to Dirtmouth. So like, let's get away from Zote, because Zote's annoying. Let's delete all this stuff, because we don't need it. Now, okay, so text, oops. Let's apply that, and let's set the display, show text will be the name of the event that we will trigger to cause the text. Now, let's create something. Let's create like a fake NPC. Can we like disable enemy AI and like just like make the enemy sit here? And like, can we set like, is there like an interaction text display? Let's just make it so that when the player enters this zone next to the enemy, it triggers the show text. How about that? How about that? So player enters the zone. Zone enter. It's show text, right? Show text. How does the text work? Oh, amazing. This guy did not seem to have the AI turned off, though. Disable enemy AI. Oh, whoops. That was not set. Okay. So you walk up to the enemy and it's like it says hi to you, right? Right. I love fire, but I'm far too drunk for HK Lamau or Lamos. Those could have very different meanings. Fire, can you test if you can interrupt a timer before it triggers, or if it does one last trigger anyway? I'd imagine you could interrupt it, but my brain power is too small right now to test that. But if you test it and figure it out, then let me know, because I'm interested. Look at this. We made a little guy talk, and then we killed him. Let's change the text message to something else if you kill it. How about that? How about that? So like, let's send an on-death event that changes the text message to something else. So let's give the enemy. So it's like, oh no, you killed me when you, right? Right? How about that? So event on death or death text. And the enemy should have disabled AI, and when death text happens, this should also be disabled. So death text should disable this text, And oops. Yes. No, that's right. Sorry, I'm just like mumbling basically, but this is a low brain power stream right now because you know, I am sick. Okay, so oh no, you killed me. Perfect. So when death text, you enable this one, and then yeah, right, this should work, I think. Okay, so no, it doesn't work. Damn. So death text, this needs to be disabled by default. It was not disabled by default. Hello, it says. Now, oh, it's not. Oh. Is this not, is it? I just deleted it. I just deleted it. Active, true. So this should be active by default. And when death text occurs, when that event is broadcast, this should be disabled. Right? No, the enemy's just gone because I killed it. Perfect. Death text enable, show text display. Show text is just like what gets sent when I enter those zones, right? Yes. So like, let me make sure this event is being sent on death. Send death text. Yes. And this is active by default, and it gets disabled when the enemy dies. Let me just like re-enter the room. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Active. True. Yes, it should be true. And when show text happens, or when display happens, we send show text, right? Or when show text happens, we trigger the display of the text. Cat is whining for attention downstairs. Okay. Now this is set to false by default. And this enables when we send death text. Zone enter. Oh, maybe I have to hit a bench so that the enemy like respawns. Or maybe I need to re-enter the room. What is this enemy set to like? How is it set to respawn? Stay dead, set to false. Let's do that. Is there any way to change the configuration of an enemy, like without placing it again? Stay dead, false. So that'll make the enemy respawn when you enter the room. Yeah. So I wonder if these are getting disabled and then, like, maybe I just need to re-enter a room perhaps. Yo, Twisted Gulch. Glad you enjoy the videos. It's so weird because the text is set to show up. Like, this is set to active. This is the first one. It's set to active already. So it should display when the show text trigger is sent, or event. The show text event is sent when the player enters this zone. Yeah? Is there like some kind of issue that I'm not seeing? There's some kind of issue that I'm not seeing? Well, I mean, it's okay. Doesn't have to work perfectly, but... And now it says hi after you kill it. Perfect. Explain what you were doing. So we're doing like some custom scripting type stuff with the new architect mod. We did a thing where when you enter the Coliseum, you can like juggle a Zote head, and if it lands on the ground, then you get damaged. There's a lot of different like potential for this mod. It definitely has a learning curve, so like it's not easy, but there's a lot of potential. I believe I have invincibility. You know what I'm probably gonna try and do with this mod, like what I'm most excited for is the HKMP potential, so we might try to do some like games with it. Because everything is like synced if you're on the same server. You know? And I think that's super cool. Oh, hello. Okay. You got a cat? Cat is more important, and wife.
More important than wife?
No, they're equally important. My wife's gonna be streaming after this, so I'm gonna be raiding her momentarily, but... Powers can be placing hazards in the room, so... Oh, that's a cool idea, actually. Setting new so wait, so like, we're playing speedrunner versus hunters, and the hunter has the ability to like set spikes in a room in like a new spot. Although I don't know if it syncs like if you're like in a different room, you know? Like I don't know for sure if that would work. Like setting objects from different rooms, but maybe. We'll have to see. But like, imagine ambushing the speedrunner with like a spike trap or something. That would be so fun. Yeah, my wife is gonna be playing Liza P today during her stream, so I'm just gonna like write into her shortly. Yeah, I am gonna be keeping an eye on the Discord for this mod, so like, if y'all make anything and it's like really cool, and you know, I would be happy to try some stuff out. Yo, Sora-san. Alright, gonna be raiding my wife though. Thanks everyone on YouTube for watching. Feel free to hang out on my Twitch if you want to join the raid. Bye YouTube. Thanks for watching everyone. Yeah. Thanks a lot everyone for hanging out. My wife has like a small